All right, so here we go. I hear that NHL Network in the United States is not available on. Um, hey, Nick. I hear that for you and for some, there's no NHL Network, depending on your cable satellite provider in the States. So perhaps what I'll do is I'll do a quick stream here. It's going to be very quick. I don't have as much time tonight as I'd like, but I'll try and quickly, for the last 6 minutes or so here in this Canada-Finland game, I'll commentate it a little bit and give you a little bit of a live play-by-play to the best of my ability. Now, one thing though, I will warn you, there are no visuals, obviously, because I know there's been at least a couple of YouTubers that I follow that have had the issue of copyright strikes filed against them showing live footage from sporting events. So thanks to you guys for the wisdom on that, even though I feel really bad for you guys under the circumstances. Now, Nick, I do have to agree. I do definitely think the United States has the best jerseys in the World Juniors at this point. So the game is going to a commercial break right now. Canada just killed a 5-on-3 power play, or they killed a 5-minute major that they got for a kneeing call, which even if it's not intentional, I guess it depends on the context of the situation, but even if a player that gets kneed by another player doesn't get injured, they still treat it as a 5-minute major. You got a game-used Cubs jersey, Nick? That's pretty awesome. So I need to do a bit of channel talk here. The past couple of weeks, I have been completely MIA. I actually had some family in from out of town, and the past week has been a little bit hectic for me. So I'm doing the best I can, but I have had trouble having time for videos. And another issue I've been having is that where I live, it's been really hot. And on days off, if I'm in my room, it's like at least 25 degrees. And sometimes I gotta admit, it is hard to set up and make videos when it is so stifling hot. Like I've been trying to find ways to cool my room down, which lately has been getting better. But so your question, do you want some help with your reverse retro videos? Oh shoot, I saw that message, Nick. I should have got back to you on that. I would definitely be interested in doing some type of reverse retro video with you, but I think what I'll do is I'll share my thoughts on the reverse retros, and then there's a third video I'm going to be doing for my viewer Donnell once I get the time to do it. And then after that, I was actually contemplating an idea after you sent me that message on Discord. I apologize, Nick, because I was actually meaning to get back to you on that. So, oh, it doesn't need to be there. So, look out for on your Discord. Once I get those reverse retro videos done, then Nick, I was thinking you and I could do a video discussing maybe those reverse retros from last year and maybe even talk about this year as well. Reason I would prefer to do it like that too is because I know my viewer Donnell asked for my thoughts on the reverse retros, so I want to. What I've designed it to do is or the way I've got my plan figured out as is that okay. I'm gonna share my thoughts on the Western ones, and then I'm gonna share my thoughts on the Eastern Conference teams reverse retros. Then I'll talk about a third video that I'm planning on keeping as a surprise. And then I was thinking, Nick, that is such a great idea. I'll get back to you on that, and then you and I can get together through Discord and put that video together. So anyway, Finland is on the power play here with 4:45 left in the third. Canada gets it out. It's currently 5-2 with 4:35 left to go in the third period. Canada killed off a 5-minute major, and during that 5-minute major, they were actually on a disadvantage as made the Blackhawks from past to today. Okay, I didn't see that comment there. Let me just see. Okay. I guess I'll have to look at it differently. Look at it. Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. I'm doing this on my cell phone, which is very new to me. So, okay, I see. Okay, they're not going to commercial. So now there's another penalty. Dufour just got a tripping call. So for 29 seconds, Finland is on a 5-on-3 power play. So the Finns have got it up at the point, feeds it across, and it goes wide. And now the Finns keep it in. There's a shot. It's deflected wide of the goal. Now up to the point. The Finns have got it. Feeds it across. He doesn't shoot it. He holds on to it. There's another shot. It's blocked. And the Canadians can't get the puck out of there, but they do kill the first power play. It's now 5-on-4. There's a shot, and it's steered away. Now the puck is behind the goal. Now it's on the right-hand side. Feeds it across up to the point. Back. Now across again. There's a shot, and he scores. And with 3:37 left in the game, it's now 5-3 Canada. This period started 5-1. So now with 3:37 left in the game, Finland has some life. And they still have time to do some damage, and the shot just trickled in. And that was a power play goal, and it seems like Canada has been having some discipline issues in this game. And with 3:37 left, this game has just become quite interesting. The winner of this game will get to play Switzerland in the quarterfinal, because the winner of this game here between Finland and Canada wins the group. And then there's also Sweden and Germany on later tonight at 7 Pacific time. And the winner of that game gets second place. The loser gets third place. And there's a shot on goal stopped by a Finnish goalie. If I knew the names better, I would actually be able to call play-by-play way better. But so here we go, up at the point for the Canadians. There's a shot. So 3:10 left in the third. There's another shot, goes wide. The puck's in the Finnish zone. The Canadians hold on to it here. There's another shot, stopped. And Finland gets the puck out of there. 3 minutes left in the game, unless they can tie it. Now here comes Canada, and it's offside with 2:55 left to go. So there was actually one play earlier where they couldn't conclusively prove, when the Finns made it 5-2, when they scored their second goal early on in the third period to make it a 5-2 Canada lead instead of 5-1. The puck actually went up into the mesh, but they couldn't conclusively call it. So what they did was they called it a good goal, but even though Canada challenged it, according to IIHF rules, if a play is inconclusive, the challenging team does not actually get penalized, which for a coach's challenge, that does not overturn a play, which is actually, you know what, I think that's actually pretty fair. I don't know how you guys feel, but you know, if there's a play that they couldn't actually see footage and evidence that, hey, this call was actually good or it wasn't, I think that's reasonable. But anyways, it's there's 2:32 left to go in the third period, and the Finns have just pulled the goalie. Now Finland comes into the Canadian zone, 6-on-5. There's a shot that trickled by. The goaltender was able to steer it away. And now the Finns really upping the ante here with 2:05 left in the game. They still have the puck in the Canadian zone. Up to the point. Feeds it across, back across again for the Finns. There's a shot, it goes off the boards. And there's a battle in the corner. The Canadians will get it out. Here's a chance to put it in the empty net. Here he goes, score! And it's going to be Canada that'll likely take Group A in the World Juniors. They've now got a commanding 3-goal lead with 1:47 left in the game. It's 6-3 Canada on an empty netter. Well, that was if you are rooting for Canada like me, that was a big, big goal. Canada was very close to blowing a 5-1 lead. Finland got lucky with the second goal because they couldn't conclusively prove that the puck actually went up into the netting. And then Canada, being undisciplined, were down on a 5-on-3, or they were down by 2 men. They killed 1 minute and 1 second of that while also serving off and killing off a 5-minute major. So Canada's done a pretty good job recuperating, but if they're going to go to the gold medal game and possibly win this entire tournament, they're going to have better discipline moving forward from here. At least this is the last round robin game, but after this, you lose, you're done. It isn't like this game here today where even if Canada lost, they'd still be moving on. But anyways, with 1 minute and 5 seconds left, the puck's in the Canadian zone. They do get it. No, they don't get it out. Actually, I lied. They do now. So with less than 1 minute to go, basically at this point, the Canadians can run off the clock and do what they do in the NFL and just basically run down the clock here. I mean, they don't get victory formation, but I mean, at least this is hockey's version of it where you just keep playing and you don't have to worry about the other team coming back and tying the game. So 30 seconds left, the puck's at center. Now the Canadians are in the Finnish zone and the puck goes through the Finnish crease and wide. So now they battle in the corner and the puck goes in front of the Finnish goal, but one of the Finnish players is there to receive the puck. And with 10 seconds left, basically we can see them run down the clock here, and that should do it. And with that, Canada goes 4-0 in the round robin with an impressive performance against the Finnish team. And just like that, Canada will get to play Switzerland in the quarterfinal round coming up in the coming days. I think it's in a couple days from now. I can't remember. Also, on the uniform front, Canada was actually wearing their black alternates today, and Finland was wearing their white jerseys that they've basically had since when the Pyeongchang Winter Olympics in 2018. The last time there was a Winter Olympics pre-pandemic. So, speaking of the pandemic, obviously the World Juniors got brought to a screeching halt back in December with the new Omicron variant. And they've now brought it back here in August, which has been very impressive. And this is actually the first time that Canada's had decent attendance at one of their games. That's been a big story this year with the World Juniors starting up again in August. And then, bam, having the tournament start up here in August. And, you know, it's great that they're doing this. I'm so happy, but I could understand why attendance has been bad, I mean, if you think about it, it's August. People are probably out and about, or they're actually away. I mean, that's something that that I notice when working in a retail job is that usually around this time of year and in July is when a lot of people start to go away, whether it's for short camping trips or any type of travel for that matter. But this is definitely the time of year where people go and have a somewhat affordable camping trip, which, I don't blame them. It's beautiful weather. I mean, where I live, it's actually a beautiful day. But I will admit, I'm not a big fan of the crazy heat. I don't like it when it gets about 90 degrees Fahrenheit or over. I use American temperature because it's easier for my American viewers to understand it. So anything anything in the 30s and above in Celsius or 90 Fahrenheit and above in American temperatures, I don't like it. I really don't like it. So yeah, so basically, I wanted to make this little mini live stream just to quickly cover the rest of the game for anybody who doesn't have NHL Network in the United States anymore. I can't guarantee I'll be back to cover any more games through a live stream here on the channel, but I thought it'd be fun to do this as a one-time thing. I haven't done any type of live anything since January, so this is actually the first live stream I've ever done on my phone. Oh, that's much better temperatures in the 70s in US. Much better. Yeah, I like those temperatures. They're warm, but they're not too hot. Reasonable. Um, but this is actually the first time I've done a stream longer than 15 minutes on my cell phone. So now that I know that I can do live streams on my phone, that does make it so much easier than my old computer, which I've actually been starting to do more on the newer computer as of late, which is good. Um, I got a lot of video stuff on my old computer, and that's the computer I make my concepts on. So no, I wish I knew. I wish I had one of the more modern programs, better programs than Paint.net, and actually knew how to use it to make concepts. It would be a lot easier, but I noticed so many people use those jerseytemplates.com templates, or I think that's the website, I can't remember. But I don't like those templates. I don't like the look of them. They look like shirts rather than jerseys to me. Maybe that's just my opinion. Um, okay, so the quarterfinal between Canada and Switzerland starts at 4 o'clock and Pacific 7 Eastern on Wednesday. So that should be a good game. I just hope that Canada can win because Switzerland could be that one country that sometimes hits them from a blind spot and shocks them. And I don't know what it is with that, but it's just really, that's something about Switzerland that I notice. So I'm a little bit worried about that, but I noticed that the Swiss haven't been as good this year. So I'm hopeful that Canada can defeat them. So the second and versus third place quarterfinal matchups between the two groups will be figured out tonight after the Sweden-Germany game's result, because the winner of that game gets second place in their group and the loser gets third place. So that's between Sweden and Germany. So once again, guys, I do apologize for the lack of videos over the past couple of weeks. I've had family in from out of town. I've also had a lot of stuff going on outside of the channel, I'm not going to lie. And with the hot temperatures too, it's hard, especially during the day, to be in my house. I mean, I have air conditioning, but in the downstairs, I don't. So it's hopefully whoever takes over from Adidas. Yeah, I totally agree with you on the collars, Nick. I'm so sick of Adidas. Hopefully I'll be able to get to a video on that soon because, boy, I can hardly wait to see Adidas go. I am sick of Adidas. I don't like Adidas. I just hope that Nike doesn't take over because I have to admit, I think Nike's jerseys are worse. I mean, I say that as somebody who doesn't like Adidas, and I agree. I'd like to see CCM back. I think that would be the best chance of having some type of decent looking jersey again. Even if it's basic, you know what I'd love to see? CCM come back, but basically the same style jerseys as the Reebok Edge. That would be amazing. Yeah, I don't want Nike or Fanatics either. I mean, I think Fanatics would be a case of I would be willing to take a chance on Fanatics than over Nike, but I don't trust Fanatics either. But here's the problem, Nick. I just am so mad at the NHL for allowing corporate ads on the jerseys and the helmets too. I gotta admit, I've lost my passion for jerseys is going to quickly fall apart. Not completely, but it's not going to be the same with corporate ads on the jerseys during games. I mean, that may not be everybody's opinion, but for me, I'm just so disappointed by that. I can't even begin to tell you. I can't even begin to tell you how disappointed I am with the NHL, with Major League Baseball, and with the NBA, who've been doing it for years now. It's stupid. But I will still be supporting the Blackhawks. Yeah, I mean, I'll still be rooting for my teams, but I don't know if I'm going to want to watch the NHL as much with seeing all those corporate ads and seeing their jerseys becoming advertisement billboards. I mean, I know that's a bit of a statement coming out of me calling them billboards, but yeah, I'm just not too pleased with that move by the NHL, by Major League Baseball as well, and of course the NBA, who's unfortunately been greedy enough to do it for a number of years now. They were the ones who were the first domino to fall, so to speak. Anyway, guys, I think I'm going to wrap this stream up within the next 2.5 minutes here. I think 25 minutes is more than ample amount of time. So any last comments or thoughts before I start to call this little mini surprise stream a wrap? So also one more thing, I'd like to apologize to my viewer Donnell. I feel really bad that I've been trying to get time to sit down and film that series for you, and you haven't been able to see anything because I haven't been able to sit down and make anything for you. So Nick says here, I just hope ad patches don't lead to the death of anniversary and honoring patches. I'd like to believe it won't, but what bothers me is they're likely going to put those either on the helmets now, or they might put them on maybe on the pant shell or something, or they might even put them on some weird place on the sleeves. I don't know. I gotta admit, I just am so disappointed with that, but I've said that a number of times already, so I sound like a broken record. Is there anything else that I would like to add before we end this video? I noticed that Canada has not been wearing their red jersey with the black on it as much, which they wore it during the Ivan Halinka Gretzky Cup that just ended recently in the past couple of weeks, in fact. But I noticed that for the World Juniors, the Field of Dreams jerseys were actually pretty nice. I thought they were not bad at all. But that Nike logo on the front, Jesus Christ, that's brutal. I hate that Nike's logo is on the front of every baseball jersey. Why can't it be on the sleeve like Majestics? So sad that Major League Baseball allows that. But of course they did. They want that sleeve space to be used for corporate advertisements starting next year, but I digress. What was I saying? So Canada's been wearing their red heritage uniform. Seen two versions of white jerseys for the Field of Dreams game. Yeah, I quite agree. Beige versus white pinstripes. That was bizarre. But you know what? For one game, I think it's okay because a white pinstripe jersey versus a cream colored uniform, you can tell them apart. But it's not something I'd want to see beyond the Field of Dreams game. But with Canada, I noticed they've got the regular white uniform, the red heritage uniform, and the black jersey that they brought out against Finland today in the game that we just heard Canada win 6-3. So one thing about that black uniform, oh nice. And I'm responding to you, Nick, by the way. One thing I noticed with Canada's black uniform, wearing it against Finland reminded me of that quarterfinal game, I think, a few years ago, back when the World Juniors were in Vancouver. And Canada lost to Finland wearing that black uniform. So I was a little bit superstitious. My little superstitious senses were tingling a bit watching Canada wearing black again against Finland, but this time they took care of business, so I'm glad. I just wish that Canada's black jersey had some white striping on it too. Like if it was a black flip of maybe the 2002 Salt Lake City uniforms with the modern letter number kit that they have on this jersey, I think that would actually be a really great uniform. I mean, for the short usage that it seems to get in every tournament, which I actually don't mind it as an alternate jersey, but they got to at least either switch to the heritage red jersey full time and make a matching white flip of it, or they need to just take their current primary red jersey, make the black stripes white, and give each white stripe a pair of thin black stripes surrounding it, just like the white jersey has with the red stripes. But anyways, guys, at this point, I think I'm going to call it a wrap. I'm going to try to get to the reverse retro jersey series as soon as I can. Hopefully I can start doing that in the next few days. That's going to be the goal. But anyways, guys, with that, I think I'll call it a wrap at this point. I hope you enjoyed the surprise stream if you came on. Thanks for joining me, Nick. And it looked like maybe another person or two joined on briefly. If you did, hopefully it was worth your time. But anyways, guys, yeah, you too. You too, Nick. Take care. So with that, guys, I'll call it a wrap at this point. And until my next actual video, you guys, take care. And as I always say, bye for now. And I hope that you guys enjoyed the stream. So, okay, let's see here. Okay, there we go. So that's going to be a wrap. So I'm going to end this in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right.